Hey there, Fletcher from All Things Overlanding here, and today I'm going to be talking about 3 things that I hate about my 2023 Frontier and 3 things that I love. So, if you haven't seen my channel before, I'm a big Nissan guy. I've got this 2nd gen Titan swapped Frontier over here. I just picked up this 3rd gen D41 brand new Frontier Pro-4X. I love it overall, but there are a few things that I will say, I hate to say, as a Nissan fan, that I really don't like about the truck. So again, I'm going to kind of walk you through those. If you're looking at one of these trucks, overall, again, super positive. I love them, but there are some things you need to be aware of. So if you want to learn more about the 3 things that I hate about my truck, as well as the 3 things that I love, stay tuned. Alright guys, so as I mentioned in the intro, today I'm talking about 3 things that I hate about my 2023 Nissan Frontier and 3 things that I love. So let's start with the things that I hate, because I know that's what most of you are probably here for. You want to see what's the ugly underbelly of the new Nissan Frontier, and these things are fairly significant. Like, they're not completely insignificant. This isn't one of those videos where they say they hate everything, but it's actually not hates, it's more just like inconveniences and stuff. These are actually things that I think I would love to see Nissan in 2024 or, sometime in the near future kind of remedy with this truck, because then it would be a really, really fantastic entry into the mid-size truck market. So thing number 1 that I hate about the truck is the cruise control. So the cruise control tries to be ultra aggressive, and with the 9-speed, it means like I'm talking, I'll show you a video here. I'm talking if you hit a hill and you drop from 72 to 70, it will downshift 5 gears to try and throw you up that hill and keep you at that 72 miles per hour. It has no sensitivity whatsoever built into it. It is just as aggressive as it needs to get to keep you at that speed. It's gonna do it. And that can get really annoying. I actually took a trip over to Springfield, Missouri not too long ago, about an 8-hour drive, and a lot of the way there is pretty hilly. So if you live in a really hilly place, then you have to be aware that, at least for now, unless there's a software fix at some point in the future for this thing, on big hilly sort of stretches of road, whenever you hit a hill, you're going to want to be taking that cruise control off and sort of manually easing yourself up that hill, or it will drop you to 6,000 RPMs in like 4th gear going up a hill as soon as it senses that you're starting to lose speed. So that's pretty annoying and kind of problematic, especially, again, if you live in like a hilly place. Luckily, I'm in the Midwest. It's pretty flat here, so I actually hadn't observed this phenomena until I went on that trip to Missouri. But again, I wanted to call it out for you guys, so if you're looking at this truck, if you're thinking about it, just be aware of that. I have heard that there's going to be a software fix coming for that, so I do hope that that's true and that that comes before too long, but we'll just have to wait and see. All right, so for the next thing that I hate, let's jump inside the truck, because it's actually the cameras. So I love the around view. I love the off-road capability and use of the cameras, but I'm going to show you the camera quality, and the camera quality is really poor. So let's check that out. All right, so as I mentioned, one of the things that I hate about this truck is there's so much opportunity for this around view camera system. And I love it. Overall, I really love the around view camera system, but the thing I don't like is the quality. So when we click into the camera, if you're off-roading at a low speed, you can use this. If you're parking, you can use this forwards or backwards, which I love. And that's all fantastic. And I love that you've got this front view, and it's really sort of top down. So like that gray line down there is actually my bumper. So you can see, I can pull into the garage and pull straight up to the front with no problem, which is fantastic. Then you've got this around view. So there's actually cameras under each of the mirrors out here, and those capture like big extended side views of the truck. Then you've got your front camera and your back camera. So you have a 360 view of your vehicle, which again is awesome. And if you hit the camera button again, then it will show you your passenger front tire and its orientation. So as you turn it and stuff, it actually will show you where it's aligned. So if you're off-roading or something like that and you want to place your tire on a rock, it gives you a really good view. But as I mentioned, and as you can see here, like the quality of these cameras is really bad. Like, I mean, you can barely tell that that's a tire or what that is, like it's just really bad. It's so bad that it's like blurry and you can't really tell what's what, which kind of sucks. So, I just, especially with technology the way that it is nowadays and stuff, like I feel like to bump up to a 1080p camera or something like that could not cost Nissan that much more money. And I kind of feel like they're just trying to recycle some of the stuff they've got maybe sitting in parts warehouses and things like that at this point, just to get rid of them, which is a little sad in 2023 that the camera quality is so bad. There are like Kia and Hyundais that have better quality cameras. So anyways, again, I love you, Nissan. Don't hate me. Don't be mad at me. But that's one of the things that I definitely think should be upgraded on this truck and all Nissan vehicles, really, because again, what is the real cost for these cameras in the long run just to get a little bit better quality that'll make everybody a little bit safer and have a better view with stuff like this. And then finally, my sort of last thing that I hate about this truck that I did not realize, and maybe you guys can correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but maybe in the like top trim convenience package that gets you the sunroof and the leather seats, maybe you get HomeLink, the garage door stuff. But I mean, for how expensive this truck is, I mean, mid-40s for a Pro-4X, there's no like built-in garage door stuff. So I have to use my stock sort of OEM garage door, which isn't a huge deal, but it's just, again, it's kind of crazy that, you know, you pay this much money for a vehicle and it doesn't even come with the ability to like open your garage doors or save garage doors into it. So just thought that was a little weird, and kind of these days it's an expectation that you would at least have that. So that's the third thing that I hate about this truck. All right, so now that we're through the things that I hate on the truck, let's talk about the three things that I love with the truck. One of which is this redesigned exterior. This thing is super aggressive, super sort of bulky and mean looking. I love the LED headlights and LED fog lights that come on it. I like the wheels that come on it. I like the blacked out grille. The Pro-4X really gets a lot of really nice upgrades to make it sort of stand out and make it a little bit more aggressive. But even the SVs are really good looking. They don't get the LED lights, they don't get the blacked out grille. There's a couple other touches. But overall, these trucks just as a whole look really, really good. And I think finally can kind of compete. They were the same from like basically 05 until 2021. For the most part. I know a lot of you Nissan folks know that there were some differences, like the fascia change in 09, and then of course the 3.8 liter and 9-speed in 2020 and 21 that are now in this truck, the 2022 and 2023. But the looks of this truck, I just feel like are so much more aggressive and so much better looking than the old truck, and I'm really excited to build it out and see what it looks like kind of lifted on bigger tires and a little bit meatier. But even stock height, this is on 1.5-inch wheel spacer, so it is a little bit wider than stock just from an appearance standpoint. But I mean, just the look of it is really, really nice, and I really love the way that they redesigned this truck. So I know that I said I really hate the cruise control and the way that it works the 9-speed. However, one of my loves of the truck is the new 9-speed. The 9-speed is so much smoother than the old 5-speed because of all the gears. You've got so many more choices to pick from, basically, depending on your situation and where you are and what kind of power you need. For towing and things, it feels better. For fuel economy, I'm getting significantly better fuel economy, maybe twice as much as I used to on my old truck. In this truck, now, to be fair, they're not apples to apples. The old one had 35s, was on a Titan swap, so totally different trucks, right? If this was the same, it would probably be lower too. But with that 9-speed, again, you have a lot more options to kind of keep your truck in the sweet spot and keep your gas mileage up and have a smoother ride. So I really love the new 9-speed. The 3.8 liter to me feels just as peppy, if not a little more peppy than the old 4 liter. And again, when you get rid of that tired 5-speed and replace it with the 9-speed, game changer. It's awesome. So then the third and final thing that I really like about this truck is this redesigned interior. I think these new seats are super sharp. I love the orangish red stitching, the Nissan logo, the accents in the doors there. I just think that they've really updated it and it looks a lot nicer. All these are really soft touch materials, so everything seems really high quality and nice. The 9-inch touchscreen in the middle is a really nice upgrade. So, I mean, overall, this just feels like a completely different truck and finally feels a little bit more on the luxurious side, even though it's still a pickup truck. Stitching continues to the middle here. You've got heated seats, front, driver and passenger. I've even got a heated steering wheel on this truck, so that's pretty nice, especially when it's wintertime. And it's got remote start, so being able to remote start it and then hop into a nice luxurious cab like this is really, really nice. So again, if you've had a second-gen Frontier or Xterra or Pathfinder, then you know that like this is a complete upgrade to that. So again, the interior is just a much nicer place to be. It's also got their Nissan's zero gravity seats, which are really, really comfy and really, really nice. So this thing has been great on super long trips. And again, I'm looking forward to spending a lot of time in the cab of this truck. All right, guys, so that was my 3 things that I hate about my 2023 Nissan Frontier Pro-4X and 3 things that I love. I hope that that was helpful for you. Again, if you are looking for a new truck, maybe if you haven't had a Nissan Frontier and you're kind of excited about these new ones, I hope that that gives you a really honest and sort of truthful opinion on what to look out for and what is really nice about the truck. Again, overall though, I will say that this thing is definitely finally kind of a competitor to the Toyota Tacoma, to, that new Colorado that's coming out looks really sharp. The thing that makes me feel better though is I've had 10, 12 Nissans and these things have lasted for years with very few, if any, problems. So when I think about like a Chevy Colorado or a Ford Ranger or something like that, no offense to anyone that likes those trucks or has those trucks, I think they're probably fine. I just think that you have a higher percentage of chance that something goes wrong with that truck than with a Nissan or a Toyota or, that kind of thing. So again, for the long term, I bought this truck. I plan to keep this truck for a really long time and continue to build it and overland it and take it on trips and explore and create awesome memories in it for a long time, 10 to 12, maybe 15 years, depending on how many miles I put on it per year. But again, as a truck, it is very, very comfortable. It's very luxurious. The redesign is great. The interior is great. The 9-speed is great. The cruise control kind of sucks, right? The cameras kind of suck. There are some downsides too, but overall I think the positives way outweigh the negatives, and I'm super happy with the truck, so can't wait to put miles on it. So that was the video. If you're new to the channel, of course, my name is Fletch. This is all things overlanding, and I make videos about Nissan stuff, do-it-yourself modifications, do a ton of like gear reviews and unboxings and features of gear. I'm a big gearhead myself, so if you're into overlanding or camping, this is the channel for you. So if you're into any of that stuff, I'd love to have you as a subscriber here on YouTube. Also in the description below will be links to all my other social channels, so wherever you want to hang out, I'd love to have you. Then lastly, there are links to my patches and stickers. I've got a bunch of what I think are pretty funny patches and stickers related to camping, overlanding, that sort of thing, so definitely check those out as well. And then last but not least, there are the links to Patreon. There's a Patreon group where we all kind of chat in a Discord, and once a month we have a call to hang out. And then there's also the Newbie Overlanders Facebook group, which has almost 13,000 people in it at the time that I recorded this video, and it's growing every day. So if you're looking for a Facebook group that's not as, full of bullies as some of the bigger groups, we'd love to have you on that as well. So I hope that video was helpful. Make sure to click that subscribe button to catch all the future videos, and we'll see you next time.